Still setting up though. Still 1 minute to go. Put you over there where you can see me. Just setting up. Now I have to get my laptop going too. It's going to take me a minute or two, a second or two. There, I think that's how we did it. There we go. I think so. So why is this not working? Okay, 1 second here. Just gotta let it warm up, as it were. As it were. Cat Free, hello, how you doing? You're here really quick on the spot. Oh, and Carl Simpson. Wow, Craig Betts, all three of you. Bam, right on schedule. That's pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. So I guess we're right on time now. I don't know how I do this most of the time. I seem to give myself lots of time to set up for the live, but oh, I got to turn the sound off. So I guess we're right on time now. I don't know how I do turn the sound off. I seem to give myself lots of time to set up for the live, but turn the sound off. There we go. You might have been getting an echo there because I had the sound on the laptop. So, oh, NH Bent Needle, you're here too. Gloria Stanley, holy cow, everyone's up here early. And I'm getting all these hearts floating by. Isn't that cool? That is so cool. There's a lot of smoke in the air again today. The Strathcona Park is on fire and they won't put it out. They just won't put it out. Oh, hello, Christina. How you doing? Hello. Wow, a lot of people showed up right away. That is cool. That is cool. That is cool. Okay, get my notes out here. A brush for my hair. Got everything here. Oh my God, yeah. I don't know what it is. I just barely get the show going. I give myself lots of time, it seems, and then wow, look at all the hearts flying by. Isn't that super, super? People throwing me hearts over and over again. That's cool. It's cool. But yeah, I seem to try and get set up and I get pushed back, and I don't know how I make it on time because I just barely get in on time somehow. When I do it somehow. So how is everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? Hello, Darlene. How you doing? I'll say hi to the girls when I go and see them again. They're in the truck where it's safe and shaded, and they got food and water and everything like that. So I'll say hello to them for you when I get back there, Darlene. Wow, a lot of people showed up right on the money, eh? That's cool. They must be expecting something. Okay, now you guys are going to just talk between yourselves, are you? I'm trying to decipher that, Gloria. It says heart, namaste, us, thumbs up. I think I know what that means. It's hard to read emoji. Oh, Darlene, my week was relatively good. It was busy. I was running around doing stuff. Doing a bunch of stuff, yeah. And Gloria says, Sunday is great. How are you? Yeah, it's a nice day, but it's really smoky again. Strathcona Park, like I was just saying, is on fire. They don't want to put it out. There's a lot of corrupt reasons around that. I'm not going to get into too much of that. I'll just get upset. But a lot of smoke in the air, and it seems like something is floating around in there. I don't know what it is. Whether it's ashes or, dandelion seed things or whatever. But a bunch of stuff floating around. And it's hot today. It's 28 degrees already. Wow, it's hot again. Going through another hot spell. Thanks, Christina. Thanks for the shamrocks. Someone must know I'm Irish. Gloria Stanley says the song, one of my favorites when younger. I still don't get it. I should understand it, but I'm having a hard time deciphering the emoji language. Oh my gosh. I thought it was a spider, it was only a wasp. So, it's supposed to be a beautiful day in the Adirondack Mountains, or Adirondack area in by New York there. Wow, you guys, you're driving me nuts. Night Owl says, I thought you were Scottish. I thought I'd been telling everyone how Irish I've been all along. I don't know why you don't know, but I know I'm Irish. I'm Irish all the way. The kilt is actually a coincidence. Being Irish is a coincidence for having the kilt, because I found the kilt because of my Crohn's disease. So, but being Irish helps. The Irish, the Scottish, the Welsh, and even the English all wore kilts. The English not so much, only for ceremonies. But yeah, Darlene, I'm having trouble figuring out that emoji thing. It's all a bunch of boxes. I don't understand a lot of technology stuff. Oh, it's only 70 where you are today. Ooh, NH Bend Needle, 70 degrees and sunny. It's definitely sunny here. It's 28. Oh, that's about 86 degrees, I think. Yeah, 86. Oh, okay. Okay, now it's more deciphered now. Gloria says, those emojis were, we love you, we pray for you and your health. Love, America, appreciate your videos. Okay, now I get it. Also, Craig Betts said they had a wet Friday and Saturday, but it's sunny now today, warm. 75 degrees. Oh, that's what it was. Gloria, sound of silence. Yeah, okay, now I get it. Now I understand more. Yeah, okay, that might be coming. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, when you get a lot of rain like that, and then the sun comes out and heats things up again, it really gets humid, doesn't it, Craig? It certainly does. It happens here, too, now and again. Wow. We haven't had any rain for quite a while, and when we have had it, I think it was about a month ago, it was like rained fairly hard overnight, and that was about it. Didn't soak the ground much, but we need more rain. We need the mushrooms. We need the mushrooms. Hello, euphoric granny. How you doing? So it's the same temperature in Washington as it is here, I guess. So you're at 86 degrees, I guess. Oh, thank you, Darlene. Thank you so much. Yeah, Christina, I actually thought of bringing the girls out just so you could see them. I could sit there and put them in their face, but I have to tie them on their leash, and then they start wrapping themselves around things and making noise and being annoying and that, and then I have to deal with them, and it would really distract. But I have thought of that, and yeah, when I sing, they might join in, but then they'd be howling and making me look like I sing bad. So Gloria says they finally have good weather. 77 degrees. Good. Everyone seems to be having good weather right now. Before Granny says, hey, Kent, I made it this afternoon to your live stream. It's nice to see you. It's nice to see you too. Yeah, I don't think you made it last time, did you? Yeah. My energy is great today. Boy, you just started watching me. Oh, I'm really wiped out, actually. Mornings are really hard for me. But I try and boost myself up, my psychology, my psyche up. And, oh, thanks. Thanks so much. Thanks so much, euphoric Granny. Appreciate the compliment. That's what I get. But yeah. So, I didn't. Was busy all week. I don't know if I mentioned the other time or whatever. I went down to. Yeah, I think. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mentioned in my last video, my previous video. I I don't know if you watched it or not, but I went down to get my trailer vehicle identification number on him. I ran out of propane, and the only thing that was wrong was my big tank was shut off for some reason. It was all installed and wasn't shut off, so that was kind of freaky. But and I just barely made it to get my vehicle identification numbers tagged on my trailer. But yeah, that was crazy. But I'm just doing a lot of running around, doctors and everything, and I just can't seem to stay on top of things. I was trying to write down lyrics to songs and everything like that. And one thing or another starts happening, and I don't seem to get a chance to do it. But I got some things done. But a lot of it was back and forth to the doctor and that. Oh yeah, I was seeing him about my cysts in my armpit there, and they're coming along good. They're healing up, and just got a routine going. He put me on antibiotics, which I don't care for, but I'll take them. And then once I'm finished that, I'm going to load myself up with probiotics after to rebuild my intestinal flora. Van Lalenga Ralte, I hope I say that right. Van Lalenga Ralte says, hello, hello there. How are you doing today? What's it like in your neck of the woods, your part of the world today? Let me know, let me know. Yes, hello, you Fort Granny. Hello. Oh, you're saying that the Van Lalenga, I think. NH Band Needle says, seems Craig and I have similar weather. Yeah, I think you're both in the same neck of the woods, aren't you? The west coast, or sorry, the east coast of Canada, both of you? Or the east coast of Canada and the United States, I think, maybe. I can't remember now. I lose track of everything. That's right, Night Owl. That's a really good thing to bring up, too, because, yeah, as I was learning about probiotics and all that kind of stuff and everything, and talking to this one particular doctor, he said, yeah, it's great to fill your body with probiotics, but probiotics work best if you feed them prebiotics, because the prebiotics is what probiotics live on, other than the bad bacteria. They eat the bad bacteria, but they need to survive, so they need prebiotic food to keep them going and keep them alive. And prebiotic food is like, I didn't know beets were. Beets are a prebiotic food, apparently, according to Night Owl, but so are asparagus, mugi miso, that's the really dark one. It's made with barley. I'm trying to think of other things. I think garlic is, onions. I can't remember. I have to look at my list. But there's a whole bunch of foods that are prebiotic, and they help to feed and nurture the probiotics that are in your body. That's good news. Oh, sweet, Carl. That's awesome. Carl mailed me 2 lures Thursday. The only ones he's ever sent to Canada. Hope you get them. I'm sure I will get them. I can't see why not. It's not like they're dangerous commodities or anything like that. They're not guns and drugs and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm sure I'll get them. I can't wait to see them, and I can't wait to use them when we go fishing this winter. Go try out for bass. That would be super cool. Hello, John, my American brother. How are you doing? How are you doing? What's it like down in your neck of the woods? Is it raining, sunny, hot, humid? What's it like? Oh, Gary. Hey, how you doing, Gary? In Missouri. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Gary says he loves my videos and my content. Super, super. I seem to get that quite a bit. But yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, that is pretty good information about the prebiotics. You definitely got to feed the probiotics in your body by feeding them prebiotics. And hopefully I'll get a bigger list of... yeah, Darlene, I didn't know beets were prebiotic as well. Okay, Craig Betts, before this runs off, Craig Betts says, NH Ben Needle, I'm in New Brunswick along the Bay of Fundy Coast. Ah, okay. So Craig Betts is in New Brunswick. And I can't remember where everyone else is. I will try and stay strong. Van Lalenga. No, Christina, I haven't done any fishing at all lately. The island is kind of a weird place. The mainland, I know where to fish all year round and that. But on the island, it's kind of spotty in that, and in my general area, the places I go, we only fish in the winter because it's way too hot in the summer and the lakes are too shallow. But there's too many people out there sunbathing and partying and camping and picnicking and everything, and it's just not fun for the fishermen. Ah, okay, and NH Bend Needle is East Coast U.S. Okay, I'll try and remember all that now. Oh, I'm glad you tried that. Before Granny says they tried the omelet recipe with mango and it was delicious. Oh my God, they're good. They are so good. Yeah, they are so good. Ah, so John says it's sunny and beautiful in Michigan. Seems like it's sunny everywhere right now today. uh, I'm not sure who you're speaking to, Craig, but you must have got our weather or NH Ben Needle's weather. I'm not sure. I can't tell sometimes when you're talking amongst yourselves, kind of thing. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad I give you some great ideas and advice. I hear a lot of people say that. But a lot of things, like especially the stuff I cook with the ideas and that, I wouldn't even have thought it in the first place. I just sit there and go, I wonder if this will work, and I try it, and yeah, it works. So it, most of the stuff that I show you was going to be new to you because it's new to me. Oh, John's wife Claire says, I look great today. Well, thank you very much. Don't I look great every day? I try and look about the same every day, but thank you very much. I appreciate it. How old am I now? I'm just about as old as I was last week. Oh, it's not hard to say your name, Van Lalenga. Van Lalenga. How old am I now? What am I? 68 years old. Yeah, I'm 68. 68 years young. You're welcome, Christina, for the great information. Oh, wow, Carl, I forgot. Yeah, you're in Alabama. Wow, that must be really hot down there. I mean, I'm sure Alabama's a lot hotter than most places in Canada and the States at this time of year. Yeah, I'm assuming it would be very hot there. Yeah, I've been looking forward to that too, Darlene. I'd love to get out and fish and go fishing again and take you guys along, and you can watch the girls run around and play while I'm doing it and stuff like that. But that's coming. That will be coming. Oh, and by the way, my I don't know if you noticed on my truck and the other videos, there's no canoe up there. My friend's got the canoe up on the hill there. He's gonna put a proper seat in for me because without the seat, it's really hard to sit in that canoe, and also I'm sitting basically in the water that drips in it, so I don't want to do that anymore. So I'm going to get a proper seat put in, and hopefully that'll be done soon. But when that's done, we'll be getting out on the with the canoe, even just to paddle around, probably Horn Lake or something. Um, and about the fishing, I don't know about that yet. Depends on where we go and when. But yeah, that's all coming soon, I hope. Christina says they got yikes, summer tourists. Yeah, I love tourists and I love meeting new people and all that. But when the tourists show up here in Vancouver Island, you just can't move around anywhere. It's a nightmare. It's a gong show. It's a lineup everywhere. It's horrendous sometimes. But you know what? It's definitely nice to meet new people. But yeah, yeah. So you for Granny is 61, and you just love it. Well, you're probably in good health then. Yeah, I'm 68. I'm unhealthy. Well, technically, I'm unhealthy, and it's not that much fun all the time. But I try and enjoy life. I try and enjoy life as much as I can. Well, thank you very much, Van Lalenga, saying I still look young. Thank you so much. Before Granny says, I'm growing old backwards. Oh, yeah, that's like the amazing life of Benjamin Buttons. Growing old backwards, getting younger, not older. Oh my God, you guys are so much. Thank you, Darlene. Thank you so much. Yeah. Watch out, ladies. Yeah, right. That hasn't happened in a very, very long time. We're talking 17 years now, but that's mostly my fault or wish or desire or whatever to remain single for the while. But down the road, who knows? I don't. I'm open. I'm open. Oh, you guys are funny. You guys are fun. Anyway, what was I talking about? I started talking about something. Oh yeah, about my trailer plates and the doctors and everything. But there was something else I was starting to talk about. Oh man, I must be getting younger by the minute or by the day or week or something. Everyone keeps saying I look younger. I look younger. It must be my camera. My camera's fuzzy or something. Yes, that's true, euphoric granny. I've been alone for years too now, and I love it mostly. Mostly, sometimes it gets. It's a. I was going to say that's why I have the dogs. That's not why I have the dogs, but it's a good reason to have the dogs, keep you company. But their dogs are fantastic. They're really good company. They're better than people. They don't talk back to you. They don't argue. They give you love and attention and affection, and they play, and they're just fun. And most people just they're either like off right away, or after a little while they get used to you, they're off. I meet so many people, and in the first month, they're just basically the nicest people you'd ever meet. You think, oh, they're great people, and then after about a month, roughly in there, then they show their true colors and they start being themselves, and it's like, wow, this is like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I've met a lot of those people. But yeah, it's funny how people are on their best behavior and of that for the first while, and then they show their true colors after. You just got to wait for it to kick in. But I mean, down the road, yeah. So I'm just reading everything. I'm sure you're reading them all too, so I don't have to remind you what someone's saying there. Yeah, hang out and then go home. Yeah. Oh, you don't have an animal, Darlene? You're all alone with no animals? You need an animal, yeah. Or you do have an animal and you just say, I'd rather be with an animal or have an animal. Yes, of course. Oh yeah, we always get along better with our pets than people. Always. The more people I know, the more I like my dog. Living second childhood. Glad you could make it. Yeah, from the swamplands of Louisiana. It's 104 degrees down there. Holy crap! And it feels like 113. Yeah, I know those differences. Those are crazy. When it says it's so hot and it feels a lot hotter. Oh wow, you got 5 towns and villages evacuated for forest fires, wildfires. That's crazy. It's everywhere. BC, I don't know, there was a week there that every day I turned around there was another town being evacuated because of the wildfires. It's nuts. It's everywhere. The whole world's on fire. You can go and look online. I don't know where to look. I'd have to look it up, but there's a somewhere you can look, um, and it shows you the whole a map of the whole world and where every single wildfire is and forest fire in the world, and the whole planet is on fire. And Africa, half of it's burning. I don't even know how they staying alive over there. It's nuts. It's burning everywhere, everywhere. I'm not sure what you meant, Darlene. I think I might have missed a comment. Oh, there's Night Owl and Carl talking back and forth again now. Of course you prefer your dog over people living second childhood. Of course you do. It's the way with everyone, I believe. Gloria Stanley says, let's face it, relationships are difficult at times, at best, at best. At their best, they're difficult. Yeah, unless you get that right match. I mean, I have seen people out there that do find their soulmate, and boy, do they have a great relationship. Sure, they have their ups and downs, but nothing like the regular relationships everyone gets into that are just difficult at best. Yeah, that is very, very true, Christina. If only veterinarians weren't so expensive. That is so true. There's no regulations on them in Canada, maybe North America or anywhere. I don't know, but there should be regulations on them. I mean, the the people doctors are regulated out the yin yang, and yet veterinarians have no regulations on them. They can charge whatever they want, right? It's really crazy, and it's a friend of mine says, what is it? Dentists and veterinarians, they have a license to print money, and it's so true, man. They make their own rules, they make their own prices and everything like that. I mean, I think it was 500 or 600 bucks. This was years ago to get one gold crown put on. It must be way more now, but dentists and veterinarians, yeah, no regulations and license to print money. Oh, you don't have any animals, Darlene? Ah, you got to get a small one, like baby or angel. Get a small one. They're so much easier, especially to pick up after their poops are only like the size of a peanut. But yeah, get yourself some kind of even a bird or a hamster or something that's not so doesn't take so much time and everything like that. But someone you can relate to and. Oh my God, Gloria, you hit the nail on the head. Maui is a total disaster. I can't believe what's going on there. They wiped out the whole island pretty much, except for the rich mansions. That's crazy. And um, oh, the words, man. Corrupt. That's a good word. Reasonable word. Corrupt. Yeah, it's so corrupt what they're doing over there, burning the place down and burning people out, killing them, burning them out of their homes and that, making them move and sell their properties to the rich, so the rich can just have bigger properties and only six rich people on one island. The world, yeah, Christina, the world has gone nuts, totally nuts. And it's not the world, it's not us, it's not the real people. It's the one percenters, it's all the rich people, the 300 rich families that are own the whole world right now and are running everything. They're the ones that have gone nuts and they're getting worse and worse. I've seen their manifesto and oh man, I should sit down one day on a live and read it to you and tell you all the things they're saying about what they're gonna do to us and everything. Oh, it's crazy. Oh, okay. I'm trying to catch up here. 96 degrees in the shade in northeast Alabama. That's what Night Owl says. 96 in the shade. That is sick heat, man. When you're in the shade and it's hot and you're still sweating and you can't get away from the heat in any way, that's crazy. You got to jump in a little kiddie pool full of cold water. Wow, that's what I did a couple of years ago. Got a little kiddie pool full of cold water and just jumped in and lay there all day. I think I might have, yeah, okay. So John Jarvis says, Claire and I are going on 38 years together. 38 years together. That's fantastic. You guys are soulmates. You two have met the right each other. Each other. 38 years. And he couldn't live without her. Wow, that's crazy. I could only wish for a relationship like that. I've had a bunch of relationships and they all kind of were dysfunctional of some sort or another and it just didn't work out. And I just realized I wasn't with my soulmate or the right person or anything. And it's funny, some people really get that lucky. You're a lucky man, John. You're a lucky man. Someone to find their soulmate and the one that they're going to stay together for the rest of their life. I've always wanted that when I was younger. I wanted to look back when I was, almost on my deathbed and go, we were married for 40, 43 years and we loved every minute of it. That would have been a dream of mine, but it's not going to happen now. Oh, humans are the strangest critters. Yeah, humans are the strangest critters in the galaxy. That is very true. I can't wait for the mothership to return. In 134 and 9 months. No, it's going to be 2035. Guarantee. Remember I said this to you. 2035, the motherships are going to be back again. I promise. They said so. They said in one of the Baktun years, this is from the Mayan prophecies, one of the Baktun years they will return. And one of those years is 2035 and the next one will be 2087. And we can't wait that long. So 2035, yeah. The motherships will be here living second childhood. Let's try and stay alive until they get here. Taha, hello, how are you? I don't remember you ever, Taha, unless you changed your name along the way. Hello, how are you doing? What's it like in your neck of the woods, Taha? Carl Simpson, at one time we had 27. Oh, wow, Carl Simpson. At one time they had 27 little dogs like mine, like Angel Baby, and loved watching them play together. Yeah, 27. Holy crap. We had, oh man, I think we had one male when we had Rottweilers. My parents were breeding Rottweilers. We had one male, two females, and two females both had a litter. And I think we had 21 dogs all at one time. But then, all the puppies would have been gone after because we sold them all. But wow, 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 wow. What? What? That can't be right. You sure that's not a typo, Christina? Christina just got charged $400 plus to cut the dog's nails. I don't know who you're seeing, but that sounds outrageous. For $400, I can get the dog's nails cut 10 times and a bath and a shave 10 times for 400 bucks. Wow, that's crazy. Crazy. Well, maybe 8 times, but still that's crazy. Yes, Gloria, we do need companionship, and the best companionship, first and foremost, is animals. Any animals. Humans come second, and oh, okay, sorry. Sorry, I'm reading and trying to speak at the same time. I'm sure you're getting used to that, but we definitely need companionship. But 700 each lost a home. We're talking about Maui again. 700 each lost a home. Nothing, nothing for compassion of those missing children or the bodies from the ocean. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's crazy, crazy. But I don't know about the figure of 700, but a lot of people lost their homes, their properties, their lives, missing children, missing people. Haha, did you get that? John Jarvis, Carl was saying it'd be, I think, 38 years for him and his wife next month or something. It's gone by me. I can't see it now, but wow, you two guys have got it made with your spouses. It's very rare to people meet their soulmate, their twin flame, whatever, or someone that they just click with and stay together many, many years because it all works. Not many people are that lucky. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, Craig. How many dogs, Christina? One dog, 400 bucks. That's because you live near New York. That's why I think. I'm not sure everything is more expensive in New York, but that is crazy, crazy. Wow. I would clip my dog's nails myself. But then I got little dogs, so you probably have a big dog. That is crazy. Why so much for the nails, Craig and I want to know. Why so much just to clip their nails, Christina? Why? Why? Because you're in New York, right? Oh, because he gets sedated. Okay, the sedation's going to cost you $200 or $300, isn't it? And it takes 10 minutes. Yeah, well, must be a good sized dog. Yeah, I actually had a couple other friends that they had to have their dogs sedated to clip the nails because they would just snap and bite because they hated getting their nails touched or done with, and they were big dogs. I mean, they were peaceful dogs, but they just hated their nails done, so they'd snap and bite, and they got great big teeth, and so the vets kind of just said, "Well, we have to, knock them out to do this." Yeah, 400 plus. That's still way up there, way up there. Yeah, Craig, it's too much, too much. Cheryl Smith, hi, how you doing? You watch my videos since the beginning. Yes, I think you mentioned that before. You have helped me with depression. I hope you have more talks about depression. Love, baby, and angel. I was thinking about that off and on, doing more talks or videos on depression and that. I don't want to do it on a live. I think in a video would be good. But yeah, I might end up doing one or two more videos on depression because it seems to be rampant, especially in this world these days. It's crazy, and You know, a lot of people like to know that someone else out there is feeling the same way and can understand and relate. And, you know, thinking that you're the only one going through the depression is makes it even harder. And but you know, it's great to know that other people, you know, feel depression and anxiety and all that kind of stuff, and they're not actually doing it alone because many other people out there are doing it as well. But you know, if they could talk and communicate with each other, you know, it would help alleviate a lot of the symptoms there. And just to know that, you know, there's others out there that are going through the same stuff, you know. You know, it's the same, let's say, with Crohn's or any other illness in that. You know, like when I first had it, I was like, why me? Why am I the one that gets Crohn's and all this? And then, you know, you see that everyone and their dog has Crohn's to some level or degree, or some IBD, diverticulitis, ileitis, jejunitis, ulcerative colitis, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, but that may be coming. That may be coming. We'll work on that. Um, but I'm glad I helped you. Apparently, I've helped a lot of people just speaking about depression on my previous videos about depression. So that made me feel good that just bringing it up, because I wasn't going to bring it up, and then I did, and someone suggested, yeah, go for it, and so I did. And man, I got a really great response, and everybody said that it really helped them out just talking about it. The foundation, I don't so much set up for failure due to what we were taught was normal. Night owl. Sadly, in childhood is a foundation for adulthood, and some of us were set up for failure due to what we were taught was normal. That is very true. We were programmed to believe what was normal, and it wasn't normal. Uh, no soulmate, but lots of fur mates. Excellent, excellent. Gotta have lots of fur mates. Oh, $700 is all JB. I don't know who JB is or what that is giving for Maui lost homes. Oh my God, they're offering only $700 for people's lost, burned out homes and properties. That's sick. That is just sick. Those rich people are just sick. Oh, I don't even want to start there. Darlene, you without the animal. Your last animal was a cat. She was really old. Had to put her down because she was in pain. Yeah, I've had to do that a couple of times as well. It was very hard. Yeah, yeah. And she's now in cat heaven, just like my cats and dogs that are in heaven now. Yeah, yeah. It is really hard, and it takes you a while sometimes. Like a lot of people, they lose a pet through old age, and they have to put them down, and then they get a pet right away. Some people can do that, but I know a lot of people, including myself, you know, you lose a pet to old age or something, you have them put down for whatever reason. You know, you have to have them put down, and and yeah, it takes a long, long time to decide to let another entity into your life again. Christina's saying, I get the Dr. and Jekyll, Mr. Hyde types. Yeah, I get Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde types a lot with relationship uh, possibilities. Yeah, and then they always turn out to be the Mr. Hydes, and they have to go. Wow. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes it's what we're showing, isn't it, John? John's parents stayed together for life, and both sets of his grandparents stayed together for life, and it was what he was shown. Yeah, but you know what? I think a lot of it does have to do with meeting the right person as well. You know, you wouldn't have met any other person other than Claire and went, oh, well, I got to stay together for life, you know, just because she's there, right? I believe that, you know, there's a lot of soulmate connection and stuff like that going on there too, that maybe you got lucky the first time around and found the right person the first time around. But anyway, that's good to hear. But yeah, well, I was shown that sort of thing too. People stay together for life too, but I just haven't found anyone right enough. It doesn't work. Thanks, Living Second Childhood. Because hey, everybody, hit the like button when you get a chance. Yeah, like, and subscribe, share, and all that kind of stuff. As soon as you can. Well, it looks like the comments are going by faster this time. Wow. Akita mix. Yeah, I used to prefer the bigger dogs too, but as I got older and then I found the little dogs, Baby was my first little dog ever in my life. I just found they're so much easier. Everything about them is easier and I prefer them. I'll never go back now, but if I was 28 years old again, I'd probably have a big dog because I have the strength to be able to manage it and control it. And, it won't drag me down the street on the leash. I'm not that capable anymore. Hello, next adventure awaits. How are you doing? How's it? How are you doing it? And they say, hey, everyone. Oh, thanks, John. Thank you. Um, John also says I help him with depression. Also, I help a lot of people apparently with depression just by bringing it up. And he says I love your positive attitude. You know what? I don't necessarily have a positive attitude like off camera. I'm kind of an old miserable old fart with medical conditions that make me miserable and hurt or painful and hurt and everything like that. And so a lot of times I wouldn't say I'm miserable, but I don't. I when I do my videos and my lives, I go out of my way to act, sound and act positive, like I should be under normal circumstances when I'm around people. I mean, I've been out there in the beginning. Yeah, it's right. Christina says get outside and exercise does wonders for depression. Yeah, going out in the wilderness, get on in a canoe on a lake or something and just see nature. Go out in the wilderness and listen to the birds. It really does. Getting out, staying inside is not good. But yeah, oh, excuse me. Had a lot of garlic again this morning. I'm glad you guys can't smell it. But what were we talking about? Oh yeah, my positive attitude. Like when I was first went through chemotherapy, it was miserable. It made me miserable. I was an angry person. I was miserable and everything like that. And then when the chemo was over, it was still carrying on with the Crohn's and all the problems that it caused. I'm not going to be able to keep up with a lot of these comments and talk too. But, and I went out and I was actually miserable. People noticed and, I guess they possibly shied away from me. But finally I could see it. And I thought, well, I got to deal with my, Rottweiler, German Shepherd, Akita Lab mix. Okay, thanks, Gloria. Thanks for the clarification. Yeah, and somebody else just said a short walk and a nice sunrise is good too. Oh, they're going by too fast now. There's more of you showed up today. Yes, John, she's right. Exercise does help. Everyone's got the same. And when my animals pass, I try to remember the important lessons. Yes, Christina, when your animals do pass, remember the important lessons they taught you while they were to get my head out of my butt and get a better attitude. So when I was out and around people, I thought, I was instead of sitting there moaning and groaning, like they say misery loves company, which is true, but company doesn't love misery. Believe me, company does not love misery. So anyway, something I had to deal with, and when I realized what I was doing, I would deal with my misery at home, and then I would give my head a shake, do psychological exercises and stuff like that before I left the house. Oh, we're back at the crowns for the teeth here. NH Mint Needle says you were talking about crowns for your teeth. It's $1,400 each right now, apparently. Wow, it's really gone up. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, I think it was 400 or 500 the last time I was looking at one. But yeah, because and the more I got out and had a better attitude, the more people were affected by it, and then they'd have a good attitude back and forth, and it would bring my attitude up. So it was a learning process, a really hard learning process to do that. Like going through the chemotherapy and the Crohn's, it wiped you out and made you really miserable, nasty. You have a great afternoon too. Next adventure waits. Got to go back to working on the van. Okay, okay. You want to get it on the road, I'm sure. So get working on it. Hey Peter, how you doing? Yes, blue earthling extraterrestrial, aka the Eurasian ring-necked doves, and me. So true. Life is what it is. Nature heals. Yes, nature does heal. Anyway, yeah. So I just find now that it's not that I force myself to have a good attitude, so I'm like I'm being phony or anything like that. It's just that like I realize that the only way to help other people, especially people that might be going through what I'm going through or anything like that, or depression or any illness of any kind, and they're feeling down and out, is have a good attitude. And they go, wow, you got a great attitude. And then they find out I've got severe Crohn's or something, and they go, wow, you got a great attitude in spite of what's going on with you. So yeah, it was a huge learning curve and challenge for me to get that way. But yeah, I just basically get myself into a mood, and and not only that, I talk to myself and I say, I'm going to be going there to talk to some people live, even though we're just texting. And it's going to be great, it's going to be fun, and that brings my attitude up and makes me happy. And then when we have a conversation back and forth here with each and every one of them, it brings my spirits up, brings your spirits up, and yeah, it's yeah. But no, I find that you got to go out with a good attitude no matter how bad you feel. um, it's cool. Living Second Childhood says, if I get another dog, it'll be a small senior dog, since I don't want to outlive the dog and perhaps get left and then leave the dog homeless. Yeah, that's exactly my thoughts as well too. I don't want any more dogs after these two, because yeah, I would never want to go before the dogs. And I once in a while I stop and think about it, and I think, man, I do not want to go before my dogs. I really hope I outlive my dogs. That would be the best thing, because I don't know. You probably, when you're gone, you don't know what's going on down here and that. But I don't know. I feel I'd be turning over in my grave, wondering how the dogs are doing and who's taking care of them, and if they're out in the wild by themselves, whatever. I don't want that. I don't want that on my conscience, even when I'm gone. Okay, Cheryl Smith says, one thing I'm upset about is that I just found out I have chronic kidney disease. I have to change my diet, which is so hard. Yeah, it is hard, trust me. I'm worried that I will have to eventually get dialysis. Yeah, I hear you on that one. That's one thing I'm glad I've never wanted to go through, is dialysis or anything like that, where you're tied to a machine and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I pray that you'll get better and everything like that. But the diet thing, wow, I've gone through so many diet changes. It's not before she runs past you. Christina says, we all bring joy to each other, and that's very true, very true. We all bring joy to each other, and that's what we uplift each other. But yeah, the diet thing, I've gone through so many diets, and up and down and back and forth, and it's crazy, but sometimes you just have to do that, and sometimes that can be the best thing. I'm going through a really high vegetable diet now, with a lot of greens and stuff, and it seems to be helping counteract certain things that I'm. Holy crap, what the hell? I'm getting caught up in all these comments. But yeah, diets can be, but once you get used to changing your diet, that'll be the least of your worries. Let's put it that way. Anyway, I got to read this. Gloria Stanley says they just paid $6,312 to remove wisdom teeth, and 4 others getting ridiculous. That's a lot of stupid money. That's crazy. These dentists really are out to make money on people, aren't they? Wow. And Peter says, good attitude is contagious. So true. Yep. I guess we're all helping each other deal. And John says, I guess we're all helping each other deal with depression. I've got to do these quickly because they're going fast. So Darlene says nature does. There was a glitch there. It looked like I went offline for a second or something on my phone anyway, and then it said it was reconnecting. Anyway, oh, you're going by too fast. Um, anyway, yeah, I found out. I think it was last summer or the last fall. It was last fall when I was doing the Devil's Club stuff. Anyway, someone came along and we were talking about that in detail, and they had a lot of good information about it. I found out birch trees. Birch trees are really good high energy for people to hug. So if you ever find any birch trees and you need a hug from someone, or you need the energy or whatever, birch trees, hug any tree. It'll make you feel better. But birch trees apparently give out a really good energy for people. And I haven't actually tried it myself because the birch trees are way over there and I'm over here. Oh, a lot of you are suffering a bit. I'm not going to read these out loud because you guys are talking amongst yourselves pretty much, but a lot of people are suffering from a lot of stuff like kidney disease and stuff like that. Wow. So we're all going to pray for you guys. Pray that you get better and don't have to go through dialysis or any of the bad stuff, or the stuff that really holds you back. Yeah, Night Owl says, do you fast? Fasting seems to help the ulcerative colitis. Yeah, even for healthy people, apparently fasting is really good because it prevents you from getting diseases. And that's what fasting was all about way back. It's not a religious thing. It was about the health of the body. I mean, it went along with the religious processes and things like that, but it was the time of year that, all year long you're eating and doing this and that, and you have to cleanse your body. So cleansing it minimum once a year, like they did way back, is really good and healthy for you. Your body can only regenerate and heal itself when it's empty and when it's not processing food. That's the whole medical concept behind that. I found that out recently. So fasting at least once a week or at least once a month is very good for you, and it won't hurt you. I've seen so many more doctors lately that go into great detail about how the fasting works in your body, and it's good to fast. And if you're just not hungry, don't eat. Wait until you're hungry, because your body is trying to heal itself and regenerate, and it needs that time and that emptiness to do what it needs to do. And so the more you feel, the more, let's say, the more the more unhealthy you get, let's say, the more you should fast, because your body can't, if you just keep eating, your body can't heal itself unless you have a break in the process where you're fasting. I mean, that's why they call it breakfast, because you're breaking your fast of overnight. You eat 3 meals a day, and then breakfast is breaking the fast that you had overnight, and fasting during the night. So we do fast during the night. So healthy people can fast during the night, and it makes a big difference for their body and heals and stuff like that. But when you're ill, you have to go out of your way to do more fasting for your illness and everything like that. So I got to catch up here. Living Second Childhood says, goodbye to all. It's another weekend with no caretaker showing up to care for my disabled daughter. It's time to get her off the potty and into the bath, and then get her dressed and into her wheelchair. Oh, that's cool. Cool of you to be taking care of them, but it's so sad that the caretakers aren't showing up again. That there's something going on with doctors and caretakers and that, and they don't seem to be coming around as much and as often, and easy to get an appointment and all that kind of stuff. So good on you that you can take care of your disabled daughter yourself. They're living second childhood. That's great. Goodbye and good luck and everything to you. And we'll pray for your daughter and pray for you and everything. Sorry, I'm sort of babbling, but I'm not trying to. Okay, we'll see you, Christina. She needs to get back to her Sunday chores. NH Bent Needle says prayers and a feather for all that need them. I'm not 100% sure about the feather. I do understand feathers, but I don't know what you're saying precisely. But I do understand the prayers. Prayers for everyone. Right. So Darlene says, I also believe that. And also going barefoot, yeah, and gardening and touching the dirt, yeah. Edgar Casey said it was very important uh, to get your hands in the dirt when you're growing and planting plants and then harvesting and all that. It's very therapeutic and it brings you close to the earth and God by getting your hands in the dirt when you're gardening and stuff like that and going barefoot. A lot of my older friends, they once in a while they take their shoes off and they go walk barefoot in the grass on the round pea gravel and stuff that doesn't actually hurt too much. But they say it gets them more in touch with the earth and the higher self and all that kind of stuff, maybe God, and just helps them in so many ways. And when I don't, this is probably why, but when I was a kid, I never wanted to wear shoes, and I didn't wear shoes almost continuously up until I was 16 years old. And the only reason I started wearing shoes was when I'd go out with mom and dad and the family to go out to restaurants to eat. You know, we'd go into a restaurant and someone would say, "Oh, you got to have shoes. No shirt, no shoes, no service, right?" And you can't have shoes. And I was like, "Why? Like, you know, what's going to happen?" They said, "Oh, well, someone could break a glass and you cut your feet and then you sue us and all this." Wow, got crazy. And then you had to go get a job eventually, and jobs you had to have shoes, and a lot of them steel-toed shoes. So, yeah, but for almost 16 years, I wore no shoes, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Went everywhere, barefoot, everywhere. And Gloria agrees that fasting is good for your body. It's definitely, it's a necessary part of, it's a necessary medical. Uh, what's the words? It's like it's as good as taking pills. It's better than taking pills actually. Um, Fasting is very very healthy for your body, and your body, like I said, can only heal when you fast. Oh, that's yeah, it's true. Such great people in chat. Yes, very much. Oh, hey, all that fluff and stuff. Good to see you. Good day from Australia, mate. Oh, you're from Australia. Excellent, excellent. I think you're the only one I know from Australia. Maybe. I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up. But good to see you around. I think I've seen you somewhere before. Made a comment somewhere on my channel sometime. Maybe. Oh, wow, yeah. All that fluff and stuff says my thing is to dive the Great Barrier Reef. It's my underwater flower garden. Yeah, that's. I mean, you're lucky to be able to that you can handle diving into the ocean like that and swimming through that. That would be so therapeutic in that if you're okay with that. I have this weird fear of water. I don't know where it comes from, but you know, I think I'm worried about sharks or something eating me or biting me or something like that. But I've always had this fear of water, even when I'm swimming in lakes, and I know that there's nothing in there that can harm me at all. I'm swimming across the lake, and I still get these panic attacks and stuff like that, and then I have to psychologically play with my mind and go, you know, you're just being crazy, you're just being silly and that, and then I get back to swimming across the lake again. And yeah, I don't know where it comes from, but I have this fear, and ocean water would be the worst for me. I would get underneath there and I'd see everything, and I would just have a panic attack, and I would go nuts. I can't do it. I can swim like in the ocean in areas I know it's safe, that I absolutely know it's safe. Like here, we don't have sharks, great whites, and all that up here, so I know we're safe from that sort of thing and that. But I don't know. I just have this weird fear. And anyway, all that fluff and stuff says no shoes for me either. Sometimes it's the flippers. Yeah, you gotta have flippers to swim underwater like that. But great on you that you can dive in there by the Great Barrier Reef and swim around and look at all the sights and everything and have the courage to do it. That's fantastic. I don't have that. Darlene says, you have that hippie in you, Kent. Yeah, I have a bit of a hippie. I was kind of a hippie when I was a teenager, yeah. Excuse me. Um, yeah, it was all mostly about peace, love, and harmony and all that kind of stuff. Mama Mia, glad you could show up. Glad you should show up. We're just hit an hour now, so glad you could make it before we're done. Happy Sunday to you too, Mama Mia. Okay, I must have made some mistake there, but all that fluff and stuff says, "Oh no, mate, I'm in the Whitsundays. It's a group of tropical islands just off the North Queensland coast of Australia." Okay, thanks for the clarification. Wow, that's interesting, Cat Free. That is, I'm kind of backwards, isn't it? Cat Free says, I can swim in the ocean, but I'm afraid of lakes and ponds. I was swimming once when the beach got closed because of sharks. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that's my biggest fear, sharks and stuff. Mostly sharks. I'm glad you know, Cat Free. Yeah, that is very, very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. But yeah, I think what my fear is the fear of the unknown. The unknown. That's probably. Mamma Mia says Kent's the original flower child. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad you think so. Thanks for the compliment, but I don't think I'm the original. No. Oh, I see. Okay. Right. That's interesting. All that fluff and stuff says the oh no was in regards to you not feeling safe in the water. Okay. They love the water and they think they are a fish. Yeah. You know, when I was swimming in swimming pools when I was younger, that's where I felt safe. I never felt any fear when I was in the swimming pool because there's nothing in there, right? And that's the only place I never felt fear unless I went really, really deep. And then the sound and the pressure and everything got to me. But um, where are we here? Yeah, when in a pool, I used to try and swim like a fish and sort of, and I used to feel like I was a fish because I never wanted to get out of the water in the pool. In the pool, I guess when I was in a spot where there's could be something fearful there, that's when I started to panic. But yeah, in the pool, I used to love being in the water, and I would never get out of the water. And sometimes in the lakes too, I'd never get out of the water. I just want to stay in and I swim like a fish. Some people called me a fish. Oh yeah, yeah. I had a couple of my toes do that too, Night Owl. Night Owl says I wear barefoot shoes now when I have to. Due to the pain from wearing work shoes for decades. Yes, the toes have abnormally aligned into a point. Yeah, my smaller toes are like that, and a lot of that was from wearing shoes all the time. So what I did way back when is when I got out of work or when I could, even if I was on a bus or something, I would take my shoes off and I'd just sit there with my socks on and air out my feet and stretch my toes and wiggle my toes and everything like that, and then only put them back on to get from the bus to the to home or something like that. And I was actually lucky because doing that all the time and wearing bare feet as much as I could, especially when I wasn't at work and didn't have to wear shoes. But work shoes are some of the worst. The work shoes, steel-toed shoes and stuff. Oh my God, really hard on your feet. Okay, Darlene. Darlene says I was a flower child. Went to concerts where people ran around naked. You must have been at Woodstock, the original Woodstock, were you? The very first original Woodstock? I'm sure you must have been there. You must have been there, yeah. Yeah, those were the days. Those were the days. I've been at a couple of those concerts, but the concerts I've been, no one that I remember saw walking around naked or running around naked at all. Did you get that, Night Owl? Cat Free says, Night Owl, I like the Earth Runner sandals. Yeah, you got to take care of your feet, man. Your feet are the base, your platform, your foundation. And it all starts from your feet up. If you ruin your feet, the rest of your body, your whole back, everything, your spinal column, everything can go out of whack. Oh yeah, you mentioned that, John. Yeah, yeah, yeah. John says I'm still a hippie going to see REO Speedwagon on September 6th. I am so jealous that you're going to see REO. I would love to see them. I remember when they first came out. That's so, and I'm still a hippie in my own way too. Um, I never really called myself a hippie. I'd say, yeah, I have this concept sort of thing, but I didn't like to label myself, just to label myself. But yeah, you'd, I mean, for lack of any other label, yeah, I was a hippie. Yeah, and I used to love seeing concerts way back then too. I haven't seen any in mega years, and I'm really jealous. Yeah, Darlene says I wish too. Yeah, really well. Oh well, time has really gotten away from us. Already over an hour now. So, since I had to mention it earlier. I guess you're all going to be pissed if I don't sing. I'm sorry. I did write down a couple of them. I guess Billy T's not here. Unedited Billy T, he's not here. So we have that one more or less for him, but it doesn't really matter. Let's try this one. I knew you were going to say that, Darlene. Yes, sing, sing. Okay. I guess you're leaving, eh, Gloria? So glad we could chat. Thank you, everyone. Don't leave now. We're about to sing. And now the end is near, and so I face that final curtain. My friend, I'll make it clear. I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. No, I can't do that one. And now the end is near, and so I face that final curtain. Friend, I'll make it clear. I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I don't know. I was practicing that one and it's just not coming out right. Okay, she says. Okay, let's try this one. Let's try this one. This is the one I was expecting to do. I actually wasn't expecting to do it so soon, but since everyone mentioned it. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sounds of silence. I think I got to start that one again. I'm too high or something. And my throat is acting up again. As soon as I want to do that, my throat acts up. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, 'neath the halo of a street lamp. I turned my collar to the cold and damp, when my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs that voices never share. No one dared disturb the sound of silence. Fool, said I, you do not know. Silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you. Take my arms that I might reach you. but my words, like silent raindrops, fell and echoed in the wells of silence. And the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made, and the sign flashed out its warning in the words that it was forming. And the sign said, the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls and tenement halls, and whispered in the sounds of silence. Yeah, that wasn't as good as I normally do too. I don't know. I don't know what it is, whether it's outside or just an audience. I think it's the audience. I can't seem to do it right. I'm glad you love it. Bringing back lots of memories, that's for sure. So Mamma Mia singing her own song, Did It My Way. Thanks, Night Owl. Thanks for the vote of confidence there. Well, I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad you liked it. I know I can do better. I don't know what it is. I think it's the audience. It's something clamps up in me or something like that. And because when I'm at home, well, at least I think I'm singing it better when I'm at home by myself, in the car, in the shower, or whatever. But I don't know. I don't know. But I know I could do better. I just lost that other one. Hey, unedited. Hello, hello, Billy T. What are you doing? What are you doing? Did you catch the sound of silence? Did you catch that? I just did it. If you didn't catch it, you'll have to go back and rewatch it again. Yeah, it's actually harder to do it a cappella like that, Gloria. Yes. If I had music, oh, you missed it. You're gonna have to go back and watch it again, Billy. You have to go watch it again because I'm not doing it again. I might screw it up permanently this time. But how about this one then? No, we can't do that one. Let's try this one. I tried to do Did It My Way, Billy, but it just wasn't coming out right. I'm gonna go practice and practice again, okay? Oh, Carl, you know what? That was my other one that I haven't written it down yet, but that was the second choice of what's his name again? Oh my God, memory just stops just like that. Gordon Lightfoot. That was the second one. I haven't written down, but I did do one. Encore, encore. Yes, that's true. And each been, you know, if I listen to the sound in the background with half a headphone or something like they do in the music studios, it would help a lot. But I don't have that setup here that I can actually do that. I'm using my laptop and my phone, and I don't have another device right now that I can actually. Thanks, Billy. No pressure, no pressure. Okay, someone asked for an encore. If you could read my mind, love, what a tale my thoughts could tell. Just like an old-time movie about a ghost from a wishing well. In a castle dark or a fortress strong with chains upon my feet. You know that ghost is me. You know what? Oh yeah, okay. Oh, I thought I started halfway through. Now I screwed it up again. I'm so sorry. I never wanted to do this. If I was going to do it, I was going to do it right through, do it right the first time, and here I'm ruining my own thing. Gordon Kent Lightfoot. Oh, okay. Thank you, Mamma Mia. You always have the nicest things to say. If you could read my mind, love, what a tale my thoughts could tell. Just like an old-time movie about a ghost from a wishing well. In a castle dark or a fortress strong with chains upon my feet. You know that ghost is me. And and I will never be set free as long as I'm a ghost that you can't see. If I could read your mind, love, what a tale your thoughts could tell. Just like a paperback novel, the kind the drugstores sell. When you reach the part where the heartaches come, the hero would be me. But heroes often fail, and you won't read that book again because the ending's just too hard to take. I'd walk away like a movie star who gets, yeah, I don't know why I can't do this. I can't do it. I'd walk away like a movie star who gets burned in a three-way script. Enter number two, a movie queen to play the scene of bringing all the good things out in me. But for now, love, let's be real. I never thought I could feel this way, and I've got to say that I just don't get it. I don't know where we went wrong, but the feeling's gone and I just can't get it back. If you could read my mind, love, what a tale my thoughts could tell. Just like an old-time movie about a ghost from a wishing well, in a castle dark or a fortress strong, with chains upon my feet. But stories always end. And if you could read between the lines, you know that I'm just trying to understand the feelings that you lack. I never thought I could feel this way, and I've got to say that I just don't get it. I don't know where we went wrong, but the feeling's gone, and I just can't get it back. Wow, that wasn't as good as the other one. Maybe we should do that one again. Yeah, that is an amazing song. And he's a great singer, songwriter, and everything. He does amazing songs, and he sounds good. He sounds easy to follow, but it's not as easy as it sounds when you start singing it yourself and practicing it. They're not always as easy as it sounds. Carl Simpson says, "I love House of the Rising Sun." Well, that was last time or a time before. I can't remember. Gloria says, "Too fast, but you are brave." Yeah, probably going a little too fast. Yeah, for sure. And that could be the being in front of people, stage fright or whatever you want to call that. Because it seems to work perfectly until I'm sitting here in front of everyone. So Mamma Mia says, "I imagine a Broadway version of the Phantom of the Opera singing that, starring me." Okay, if you insist. Oh, crazy. There is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun, and it's been the ruin of many young poor boy, and God, I know I'm one. My mother was a tailor. She sewed my new blue jeans. My father was a gambling man down in New Orleans. Oh, mothers, tell your children not to do what I have done, and I spend my life in sin and misery in the house of the rising sun. Oh, I'm off on that one too. Highway to Heaven. Night Owl says if I do a request, they request a future Highway to Heaven. I have to look that one up. I know what you're talking about. I just don't remember how it goes. Highway to Heaven. I will look that up and check and see. But Sundown, that was the other one. Sundown, you better take care. If I find you've been creeping round my back stairs. I don't have it written down, but That was another one I thought of, and I didn't get a chance to write it down. Yeah, I'll work on that one too. Really? Really? I didn't know that, John. So John says the girl Gordon wrote, Sundown, was about the woman who overdosed John Belushi. Wow. Wow. I got to look up the timing on that one because I'm not sure. But yeah, it kind of makes sense, doesn't it? It really does kind of make sense. I'm going to look that up. You could be right, John. That's really good. I love trivial information and knowledge. It's really cool. Thanks, unedited Billy T. Thanks for the thumbs up. Yeah. Mama May says, that's really making our Sunday. Great. I'm glad you guys are enjoying. I'm glad you guys are enjoying, even though you got family coming over and football games and all that kind of stuff you could be doing otherwise. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense, actually. Yeah, of course. So John says, yeah, it was written many years after. Yeah, that had to be many years after, of course. But yeah, I did not know that. I love music trivia. I love it. I just love it. It's like, okay, you may not know this, but that song, Blinded by the Light, revved up like a deuce, the rover in the night. Everyone goes, oh, that was Manfred Mann. They wrote that. No, they didn't write it. Bruce Springsteen wrote it. Bruce Springsteen wrote it, and for some reason he either didn't want to do it or didn't think he could do it or something, but he passed it off to Manfred Mann, and they made a hit out of it. But yeah, I love musical trivia, and that Sundown, I'm definitely going to look that up, and it actually makes a lot of total sense there. Total sense. Oh, thank you, Cheryl Smith. She says, I love it when you sing. Apparently everybody mostly loves it when it's... Gloria Stanley says, it's nice to have you be you. No, it's cool. Cool. A lot of people like to hear me sing. I don't know why. Especially when I can't do it as good as I do when I'm alone in the little tiny house with my dogs. And I'm singing to them. And I'm sure, I don't know I can't remember who it was, but somebody, oh yeah, I do actually remember who it was that made a comment. Darlene didn't know that either, John. I don't think a lot of people knew that at all. Well, that's cool that you've got that little tidbit of trivia. But yeah, I think I do remember who it was that made a comment about it, and they loved it, and they actually sent me the words. But there was way back when I was just sitting around and I was just throwing out just partial bits of the song just for the heck of it, and then dropping it off. Like when that one time I was sitting there doing a video of myself and Baby was right there in front of me, and I just went, baby, I'm your knight in shining armor and I love you. I did that, and then somebody just loved it, and then, hey, you gotta get all the words and blah 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 blah. And then the other one, I think I did, I don't remember for sure, for Angel, of course. Just call me Angel in the morning, baby. Just touch my cheek before you leave me, Angel. Anyway, that's where that all started, was because one day I was sitting there with the camera on me, filming one of my videos to upload, and I was looking at Baby, and I just started going, baby, I'm your knight in shining armor and I love you. And then everyone started saying, hey, you got to sing more songs. That's how it all began. I don't know why I started doing it on the lives. I was going to actually do it in private videos on Patreon with the campfires and that, and some of the public videos with the campfires and that, but then it just kind of morphed into this. You're very welcome, Gloria. I don't know what's going on with this Wi-Fi or something. It's a really good Wi-Fi, but that's the second time I've noticed it cut out there for a bit. I don't know what you guys are seeing, but I saw it says, you are now reconnecting. What? Wow, I remember the Kathy Smith. I remember the name, and I remember that's Yodi Belushi. I did not know that she was Gordon's girlfriend previously, or at one time, or later on, she was Gordon's girlfriend. Oh my God, that's crazy. That is a lot of crazy music trivial knowledge stuff. Wow, that's crazy. I got to go look this up. Thanks, John. You made my day just by bringing some more trivia into my brain. That is so cool, especially about people I like and care about. Like I loved John Belushi, loved Gordon Lightfoot. Didn't know Kathy Smith, and I don't really care for her now. But yeah, I love knowledge like that. It's crazy. Well, you're welcome, Mamma Mia. Okay, so NH Bent Needle says, yeah, it is cutting in and out occasionally. Yeah, I only saw it happen twice, but I might not have been looking on the other occasions, but I don't know what's going on. But yeah, that would be the Wi-Fi that would just cut out for some reason and then try to hook up again. I've never seen that happen before, sitting right so close to the, yeah, buffering. That's it. Yeah, Night Owl says buffering. Yeah, so it was occasionally buffering. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I've never experienced that before. And like I said, sitting so close to the Wi-Fi and that, um, I'll have to look out for that on other times, especially when I'm singing. If it buffers like that, well, I guess it picks up where it left off. I'm pretty sure. But anyway, you're welcome, Darlene. Darlene says you made my day, Kent, and cheered me up. I'm glad I did, Darlene. It's always nice to get cheered up one way or another, whether it's through our pets or friends, watching somebody on YouTube, or having someone sing you a song, or anything like that. And Billy T says, Kent cheers up Sundays. Well, I'm glad you guys feel that way. I'm glad it did, because it cheers me up too. I mean, like I was starting to say earlier about being miserable and that with going through the chemotherapy, that really wiped me out, and that was really made me miserable. And then having the Crohn's right, during and after that, and still having it, made me miserable. And it took me a long time to figure out how to deal with that, and you know, just work around that. And instead of going out and being miserable, and because I go out being miserable, and it was making other people miserable because they didn't want to hear it, sort of thing, which is totally understandable. But they didn't also realize that how much pain I was in and suffering in that, and I'd have to tell them, and then they go, "Oh, okay, well, we understand now." But no, it's actually a hard thing to get yourself to be cheerful and happy and upbeat and everything like that. You gotta psych yourself up for it, and do some brain exercises and thought exercises to make it happen. But yeah. Anyway, I'm glad you all had a great time. Darlene says this was fun. It sounds like you all thought it was pretty fun. I had a great time, especially learning that about Jim Belushi. Wow, that's crazy, crazy. Jumping jacks. You want me to do jumping jacks? Oh my God, not my age. Jumping jacks. Oh yeah, really, Night Owl. I can't remember where you were from now. Night Owl says they thought it was their connection that was buffering. No, it was on this end. They're currently using Spectrum Shatter, which is not the best, they said. Never heard of that one, Spectrum Shatter. I'd never heard of that one. Apparently, you don't have a lot of choices over there where you are. I can't remember. Oh, okay. I'm not even sure. I'm probably. Wow, John. Now you're challenging me in my musical knowledge and stuff. So Gordon Lightfoot sang a song, "Does anyone know where the love of God goes when the waves turn the minutes to hours?" Oh, yeah, okay. That's out of Edmund Fitzgerald, isn't it? Yeah, that's a line from Edmund Fitzgerald, isn't it? I thought that was a song he wrote and sang. I'm pretty sure it's out of, Northeast Alabama Night Out. Okay. Northeast Alabama. Okay, you don't have a lot of choices down there, eh? Wow. That's sad. NH Bent Needle says, same here, Night Owl. So Billy T says he can get me into Vegas next weekend. Opening act singing with Kent. Wonderful, wonderful. Well, thanks, Billy T. Thanks. Thanks for the compliment. Yeah. Does anyone know where the love of God goes when the waves turn the minutes to hours? Yeah, I do remember that line actually. And man, that's a really potent line, isn't it? Yeah. But that was a really amazing, amazing song. Yeah, he wrote most of his songs, I think he wrote about real life things. Oh, now you're just sucking up to me, aren't you? John says, you should open for REO. Yeah, right. Yeah. Hey, speaking of which, a band opening for another band. You remember Toto? Yeah, I'm sure you do. Toto and um, what the hell is her name now? Heart. So I was living in Prince George way back. I was about 25 years oldish, somewhere in there, in that range, mid 20s. And Toto was doing their, or sorry, not Toto, scrap that. Pretend you didn't hear that. It wasn't Toto. It was, oh boy, now I'm really stuck. April Wine. It was April Wine. April Wine was doing their tour, and they were doing through BC and across Canada and stuff like that. But they started out in BC, and I think it was their second or third show they did in Prince George. And Heart was just brand new. They just finished doing high schools and college concerts and stuff like that. They'd never done a real concert before, and they were headlining for April Wine. And so at Prince George, um, yeah, April Wine is pretty great too, yeah. But Heart's even better, I think, anyway, in my opinion. Anyway, we're all going there because of April Wine, because we all loved April Wine. But we knew there's a headliner someone called Heart, and it was like, who is this Heart person or people or whatever? And anyway, so we go to the concert, and Heart comes on, and they just blew us all away. Our hair was like blown back, and it was just like, wow, these guys are just crazy awesome. Especially when they did Crazy on You. Oh my God, the place went nuts. They just went super nuts over Heart. Every single song, the place was going wild in that. Cindy H, how you doing, Cindy H? Heart is much better. Yes, they are better than April Wine. Well, that's our opinion anyway. But anyway, they just went nuts. And then April Wine came out, and everyone was kind of bummed out. They were just kind of like, well, you can't beat that last performance we just saw. It just blew them away. And then from then on, I was a Heart fan all my life. Oh, I saw Jethro Tull too. I love Jethro Tull. I really don't mind if you sit this one out. Your words but a whisper, your deafness a shout. I may make you feel, but I can't make you think. Your sperm's in the gutter, your love's in the sink. And you ride yourselves over the fields, and you make all your animal deals, and your wise men don't know how it feels to be thick as a brick. La 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 la. I love Ian Anderson with his flute standing on one leg like a flamingo. Man, yeah, that was one of the best concerts I've ever seen. Queen and Jethro Tull were two of the best concerts I've ever seen in my life. I love Ian Anderson and Jethro Tull. They're fantastic. I'm glad I got to see the show. And they did a 4-hour show. They did every album, did a set from every album of theirs. And it was just mind-blowingly awesome. Mind-blowingly awesome. Yeah, I was a willow last night in a dream. I bent down over a clear running stream. That's Heart. Yeah, I love that tune. That is such a cool tune. But Ian Anderson, just amazing on that flute. And he would just do it standing on one leg, like a flamingo. It was just fantastic. And then, of course, there's my brain again. Oh, oh, I can't think of the one from Queen. Come on, come on, come on, come on. You know, I should know that. I should know it so easily. Two of my favorites. Two of my favorites. One of my favorites of all time. Oh, Freddie Mercury. That's it. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Freddie Mercury. Yes, just an amazing voice, an amazing talent, just fantastic. The guy is just amazing. Just amazing. Freddie Mercury, yeah, he is probably my number one all-time singers ever in the world. Just fantastic. Oh, and CCR, yeah, when I was 13, or was I 15? I was 15, I think. When CCR first came out, they put on a great show, and I fell in love with CCR the very first song I heard. And I can't remember which one it was. Oh my God. Now we're doing the musical memories thing. Rush. Rush is fantastic, fantastic. A wonderful Canadian group. Wonderful Canadian group. Yeah, fantastic. Um, yeah, it's too bad when, what is it, Neil Peart died? I think it was Neil Peart that died, was it? I can't remember. Well, of course, Pink Floyd. Everyone loves Pink Floyd. Come on. Pink Floyd are the just one of the classics, right? But yeah, it was so cool that Rush decided after the one guy died, they decided to pack it in, no more music. They didn't want to do it without him, and that that's a great sentiment. Wonderful, good on them for that. I mean, we'd love to hear them do more music than that, but they opened a micro brewery in his honor, and that I thought that was just so fantastic, so fantastic. Oh, Pink Floyd was the last concert you saw. Okay, it wasn't my last concert, but that would be a great one to see. I saw Supertramp, Bryan Adams, and the Payolas all in one concert. Started with the Payolas, then Bryan Adams, and then Supertramp. Supertramp were just fantastic. Oh, that's so cool, Billy. I'm glad, coming to watch me on a live and joking around and hearing songs and stuff like that helps with the pain. Yeah, it actually helps me with the pain. It takes my mind off it, kind of thing. Until I stop and I say goodbye, and then I go to stand up and I go, oh, time for more painkillers. Oh yeah, no, I'm glad it helps with your pain or anything or depression or anything. It seems I help quite a few people with pain, depression, or just making them feel better. Oh wow, Cindy, I am so jealous. You saw Cheap Trick Sticks and Eddie Money all at the same time. Oh, that's crazy. Sticks. I used to love Sticks. They were out at the same time as Journey and Sticks. They were the two go-tos at that time. That was crazy, crazy. Anyway, we're well over an hour and a half here, and I don't have any more songs to sing because I don't have them written down. But oh, I don't remember much, Yellow. Okay, yeah, I've been to concerts where I can't remember much either afterwards. It's like, what did they sing? What were the songs? I can't remember. One of them was Iron Butterfly. Iron Butterfly. Inagata da vida, baby. And they were so drunk and wasted on drugs when they did that song the first time. It's supposed to say, in the Garden of Eden, baby, I will always love you. In the Garden of Eden. But they were so wiped out on drugs and alcohol. It came out, in the Garden da vida, baby. And so everybody just sang it that way. And so they renamed the song In the Garden da vida. That's crazy. That's a bit of trivia for you. But that is the truth. That is the truth. A closing song, I don't have one. I don't have one. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, Cindy, you'll just have to go back and watch the live again so you can see me do the singing. So there you go. That's all you do is just rewatch it. Let me look at my books here. My book here. Okay, I could do that, but see, I've done these ones before. I don't want to do the same ones. And I can't even find this one. So it's either California Dreamin' or Crying in the Chapel. But I did them last time, so I don't know why you'd want to do them again. Sweet Home Alabama. Yeah, that's a great, great. I love that tune, but seriously don't know if I could do that one. I'm not sure. Cali Dreamin', California Dreamin'. Okay, well, that was my first vote, so that's the one I have to do. That's the one I have to do. We'll put this one away for next time. All the leaves are brown and the skies are gray. I've been out for a walk on a winter's day. I'd be safe and warm if I was in LA. California dreaming on such a winter's day. Stopped into a church I passed along the way. Well, I got down on my knees and I began to pray. You know, the preacher, like a cold, he knows I'm gonna stay. California dreaming on such a winter's day. All the leaves are brown and the skies are gray. I've been for a walk on a winter's day. If I didn't tell her, I could leave today. California dreaming on such a winter's day. No, I think it's just today. I don't know if it's just being in front of an audience. I think it's just today. All my, I don't know, my tones or tunes or whatever, something's off. I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. You heard the words, but you didn't hear the song. Anyway, that's my closing song. But I'll definitely try and do better next time. Yes, memories. Everyone's... Oh, thank you, Cindy. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. It wasn't too bad, but I know I could do better. I can hear it, you know. I'm just not getting the right tune or something, yeah. But that's cool. I'm glad you guys enjoy it. I mean, even if I do sing badly and you enjoy it, isn't that the whole idea, is to let you have fun and joy and lift your spirits and stuff like that? Isn't that the point? Oh, thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all for enjoying my craziness and my insanity. Oh, wow. That one I haven't done in a long time. Wow. Joy to the World. Three Dog Night. Wow. That, yeah. I think the last time I did that, I was in high school. It is a good song, too. It is a good song. I'm glad you had your therapy today, Darlene. I had my therapy too. Just listening to all your great comments and wonderful praise and everything like that. It's cool. You know, and even if you're lying to me about my singing, who cares? I feel better. Oh, that's crazy, crazy. Everyone seems to have had their therapy today and their uplifting and everything like that. Oh, okay. That's what that means. I'm not lying. Thank you. You're not lying. I appreciate that. 19 inside chat and 19 likes. Cool. Is that a record? Might be a record for me, at least lately. Oh, thank you. Gonna go rewatch. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. I guess when someone's singing a song, it's reasonable or likely to go rewatch, but if they're just talking about stuff, it's different, eh? So Carl says, yep, he's an old hippie, just the same age as me. Yep. 68 years young. Yep. Awesome, awesome. Well, I guess it's getting close to time to go. I know I've got my girls locked in the truck in the shade where they're nice and cool and relaxed on their pillows, and they got food and water, but they get really, really, I don't want to say depressed. They get a little down when I'm not around. They love my company and they love to have me around. And when I go back and see them, oh, they just go nuts on me. Dad, we thought you were gone for years and years and years. I was only gone an hour and a half. You have a great evening too, Cindy. You all have a great evening. Great afternoon, great evening. I hope the weather's fantastic no matter where you are. I hope it stays fantastic. And I hope it doesn't get too cold and chilly this year. Oh, Turtlegram, hey, you just got here. We're just closing. Oh my God. You missed all the songs too. But I'm going to tell you, they weren't all that great. That's from my point of view. Everyone else says I sing great, but I wasn't my best today. So you're going to have to go back and watch the live again, Turtlegram, just to catch all the singing. So there you go. Sorry you just got here, but we do have to go. I got my little girls to take care of. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Cat Free. Yes, I'll be here next week with, barring any tragedies or, see, the words aren't coming out right. It wasn't tragedy I was looking for, I like, avalanche or volcanoes or something devastating like that. If that doesn't happen, I'll be here. Yes, everyone stay safe and be well. And we'll all see you next time. Thank you, NH Bent Needle. Yep, so I'm going to actually go and write down more songs after I see my girls play with them and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to sit down and write more songs, get a whole bunch of them, and I'm going to practice. And hopefully I will do as good as I feel I can do. Wow. I'm not kidding you. The smoke in the air is actually getting thicker and thicker right now. Straight across me, there's a flat tree line, and I swear to God, that smoke just got thicker, and I can actually see it moving across like that. This is crazy, crazy. I wish they'd go and put out these fires and help everyone, help the forest. And, yep. Anyway, we got to go, so thank you all for showing up and enjoying yourselves. Hopefully I've entertained you well, like always, and I will make my notes and practice, and hopefully I'll get better and better each time. Oh yeah, Billy T says bad air up in upper Wisconsin. I can imagine that with all the forest fires, Canadian forest fires burning around above you, as well as any ones in the United States. Yeah, crazy bad air. Yeah. Anyway, it's been a slice. It's been wonderful. I love you guys, and I always love hanging out with you guys. I never want to leave. That's why I keep babbling like this. I say goodbye, I'm going to go bye, and then I keep babbling and babbling, because I don't want to go, but I have to for my girls, pretty much, kind of thing, and get on with my day and write down more songs and stuff and prep for next week, right? And I have to build another video for Tuesday. Oh, my life is so challenging. Anyway, I'm glad you all had a great time. I had a wonderful time. Thank you all for all your wonderful comments and hanging out with me. And I love you too, my friend. And we will catch you next time on next Sunday on live. I'm going to announce it earlier, because I keep thinking, oh, I've told everyone on the live before that I'll be here, but then all the people that didn't see it, they don't know, so I got to announce it a bit earlier too. Anyway, you guys all take care, stay safe out there, and we'll catch you next time, okay? Ciao for now.